Tennessee. Looks like we're fixing to get some more rain here. But I just want to jump on here real quick and talk about something. I was actually going to include this in a video that I shot yesterday where I did a ride up to the Mississippi-Tennessee state line. That video is coming out today, which is Sunday. And I was going to talk about this in that video, and I actually did talk about it in the video. But to be honest with you, it just made the video too long. It was already a little longer than I was wanting to make it. And if I would have included this in it, it would have put the video well over 30 minutes. And I didn't want to do that. So what I want to talk about is my ride plans. I've already had somebody ask about this, so I'm just going to go ahead and kind of let you guys know what's going on. Today is June the 29th, and I was supposed to be headed to Colorado, or already in Colorado by now. I decided to postpone that trip until next year, and I had a couple of things come up. One of which was, and I'm just, not that I have to explain this or make an excuse to anybody, but I just want you guys to know what was going on. In the industry that we work in, which is either furniture manufacturing or furniture manufacturing related, typically what companies do around here is they will shut down the entire week of July the 4th and the entire week of Christmas. And that's when everybody that works at those companies gets their vacation, so they kind of dictate when everybody's vacation is. Now, my wife and I are both in management, so I have some extra time during the year that I can take, usually about an extra week. But what I'll do is I usually try to save those days up and kind of spread them out throughout the year. You know, if I need to take an extra day off, if I want to go to a ride, just like we were actually off that day. I didn't have to take the day off, but if I wanted to go to the Unleash the Peace ride or something like that, you know, I could take an extra day here or there to give me extra time to make those trips and stuff. And usually my wife and I will try to take a day or two somewhere in the fall and go somewhere on a weekend, have an extended weekend. And my wife, she can take maybe a day or two here or there throughout the year, but she doesn't get much extra time. And the week of Christmas, she's usually involved in inventory and stuff like that. So basically July the 4th week is really her only real vacation for the whole year. And so she had a trip planned. Her and my daughter and my wife's mother were going to take a trip somewhere. My mother-in-law decided she didn't want to go, so that was going to put my wife at home by herself really for the entire week while I was going to Colorado, and she would have had to spend her only vacation of the year basically by herself. And I got feeling kind of bad about that. And also, after tax season this year, I owe the federal government, the U.S. government, pretty good chunk of change, which I've been trying to pay down. But a couple things like that and some other issues, I decided to postpone the trip until next year. And one thing about this year is it's been super hot. You know, we've had heat index in the, you know, from 102 to 107, and to make the ride that I wanted to make out there, I was going to ride to Durango and kind of base from there, ride the $1 Million Highway, etc. And I've got a ton of recommendations and advice from viewers out there that have ridden that area a lot, and I really appreciate that. You guys have no idea how much that information helped me and gave me places to look at to ride when I get out there. And I am still doing that ride. I am still going. But one of the things I was looking at was it's been raining so much here. I hadn't got to ride much in the last few weeks. The ride I took yesterday was probably the first ride I've been able to hit in like 3 weeks. So I also thought, well, me not being able to ride much and trying to hit that trip, well, the way I wanted to do it was going to require me to hit like a couple of back-to-back days of about 700 miles to get where I wanted to by the time I wanted to get there. And I didn't think that was real smart to try to get out and hit a ride like that after not putting in much time in the saddle. And with it being so hot, I really didn't think it was realistic to expect to be able to accomplish that. And I didn't want to beat myself down either. And look at this, guys. More rain, more rain. But I'm gonna change the mic setting on this right quick. Give me just a second. Alright guys, I changed the mic setting back to the front mic, so hopefully I'm not picking up too much of this rain noise. But yeah, I didn't really think that was doable. Just didn't want to beat myself down trying to get this trip done. And so what I decided to do, as I said, I'm postponing it. I'm going to try to plan the trip for sometime next year. And I don't know what time of year. Man, look at this. Welcome to Mississippi. The sun was shining when I left the house. Anyway, need some advice from you guys on I hear there's a monsoon season in Colorado, and just to let you guys know, my idea of what I'd really like to do would be to ride out there, go to Durango, from Durango hit the $1 Million Highway, ride up to some other places that people have suggested, like Black Canyon or the Gunnison, maybe Wolf Pass. Really kind of wanted to head over to Monument Valley, not go through Monument Valley. And I know I told you guys this before, I'm just reiterating, but maybe get a picture there at Forest Gump Point. And was really hoping to make it out to Utah to hit Highway 12. I was supposed to be meeting, or actually ATC Jeremy Rise, my friend out in Utah, was supposed to be meeting me out there in Colorado or somewhere. And I believe by the time I get this ride rescheduled, he may be not in that area anymore. But I had a lot planned, and I had some advice from some people out there, like and I don't know if I pronounce this right, but Deva. I'm sorry, man. I don't know how to pronounce it, but this dude gave me a ton of advice and information out there. And since I'm going out there at a time of year that might not be July the 4th, I might actually try to plan to ride up and hit Pikes Peak if I'm out there. And guys, I know this is a lot, man. I'm looking at a 7-day window, and this may be totally doable. I might get in the middle of the ride and say, man, I can't do half this stuff. But this is just what I'm wanting to do at some point. And but he had advised me when I was going out July 4th that it was going to be so crowded out there, touristy, people traveling for the holidays and stuff. I might not want to try to hit Pikes Peak during that time. But anyway, what are your guys' advice on the best time of year to ride out there? I also didn't want to make the trip out there with a heat index being 100 over, having to ride, because the way my map's taking me to get to Durango from North Mississippi is to go through Texas, north part of New Mexico, and I didn't want to make that ride out there when we're just in the brutal heat, man. But if you guys could give me some advice on what's better to miss monsoon season, to be able to hit the $1 Million Highway and some of those roads in southern, southwest Colorado, that will be minimal chance for any type of winter type precipitation, I'd greatly appreciate it, because at this point, since I'm really going to try to plan it at any point during the year, I'm kind of starting from scratch again on this trip. But that's what's going on as far as trips for the year. I do have some trips planned here locally or in the South, state of Mississippi and stuff. Some stuff I want to go see, and I do have my reservations out in Lakey, Texas, for the Twisted in Texas ride in October that Kelly B. Gladden and Bogey Biker are putting on out there. So I will be making that. Hope to see some of you guys out there. But if anybody's wondering why they're not seeing any posts from me headed to Colorado, that's what's up. I hated to do that, but I just felt it'd be best, and I am still going to make that ride. But like I said, I'm going to reschedule it for sometime next year, and which may limit some of my other smaller rides next year. But I'm just going to put in for some vacation time and take a week off whenever it's best for me next year to get that done. So you guys let me know your advice on hitting that ride, and again, just giving you guys an update, letting you know what's going on. Like I said, I already had a friend of mine say, hey, are you still going to Colorado? Weren't you supposed to be going this week? And etc. So just letting you guys, giving you a little update on the channel, giving you an update on what I've got planned and why I had to change my plans. But again, really appreciate all the input from viewers as far as places to see, roads to hit while I was out there, places not to go during that time of year, etc. Section of the interstate to stay off of. So really appreciate that, and I'm gonna get that ride done. But like I said, just giving you guys an update. So I'm gonna get in this store here and get what I gotta get. Supposed to be grilling some this evening, so I'm gonna have to wait for this rain to pass. But like I said, I didn't get to include that in the video that's coming out today, so I just wanted to go ahead and do a little separate video about this, even though I'm not on the bike. But appreciate you guys watching, supporting the channel. Right now we're just around 900, just over 900 subscribers. So thank you to everybody that has tuned into the channel and that has supported the channel and subscribed. I really appreciate it. And hopefully maybe we'll hit that 1,000 mark before too long. But I'm gonna wait this rain out for a minute and get in there. Appreciate you guys watching. Hit me down in the comments with any advice or what you guys would do as far as what particular time of year to go out there and hit those roads in Colorado or Utah, northeast Arizona area, and let me know. But the main focus I want to do is a couple of those roads in Colorado, maybe hit Monument Valley, maybe try to get out to Highway 12. So let me know what your thoughts are on it, man, and we will catch you guys in the next one.